Trig on the calculator. So what if we wanted to find the value of sine of 70 degrees? Well, according to our definition, I need to find a right triangle. I need to have a 70-degree angle in that right triangle. And then the sine function is going to return to me the ratio of the opposite leg to the hypotenuse. The problem here, though, is what if I don't know how long those sides are? What if I have no way of figuring that out? Is there some way I can still find the value for sine of 70 degrees? And of course, this is where the calculator comes in. Let's take a look. Probably the most important thing I can say is always check your mode. It looks like I'm in degree mode, so that's good. And all I have to do, the sine button is right here, SIN, is type the sine button, fill in 70. The calculator understands this to be in degrees because I'm in degree mode. Close my parentheses, hit enter, and the value I get to 4 places is 0.9397. I'm using squiggly equals here for approximately, so we have sine of 70 degrees is approximately 0.9397. Now, what does that number mean? Is that trying to say that one of these sides has a length of 0.9397? No. The sine function doesn't return to you a length, it returns to you a ratio, right? The ratio of the opposite side length to the hypotenuse length. Well, all this number means is that for any right triangle that has a 70-degree angle in it, if you take the ratio of the opposite side over the hypotenuse, you would get this number. Now, obviously, the calculator is giving me the decimal version of that number, but that's what we have. Notice that the number is almost 1, 0.9397, very close to 1. That means that the length of the opposite side and the length of the hypotenuse must be almost the same. If they were the same, it would have come out to be exactly 1. In fact, since it's a little less than 1, it must mean that the opposite leg is just a little bit shorter than the hypotenuse, and if you look at the picture, that looks about right. There is one other option for calculating this on the calculator, and I'll show that to you. If you were in radian mode, so I'll hit the mode button over here and switch down and change to radian mode. If I was in radian mode, let me quit out of the mode area. I can still find sine of 70 degrees. I would type sine, but since I'm in radian mode, next to the 70, I'll have to go to that angle menu, which is in blue here, so blue and angle, and choose the degree symbol. It's the top one. This essentially overrides radian mode and says, yeah, I know I'm in radian mode, but I want sine of 70 degrees. Unfortunately, that trick does not work if you have an angle in degree minutes seconds format, the DMS format. That means your only option with DMS angles is to be in degree mode. And so for that reason, I think your safest bet is put yourself in the mode that matches the angle format you are given. If you're given something in degrees, be in degree mode. I think that's the best way to go. So what about this other problem, cotangent of 70 degrees? Well, the same picture applies. I have a right triangle. I see I have a 70-degree angle. Let's see, cotangent is paired with tangent. Tangent returns the ratio opposite over adjacent, SOHCAHTOA, tangent opposite over adjacent, which means cotangent must give me the ratio of the adjacent side over the opposite side. Now, I'm noticing this time the adjacent side is a lot shorter than the opposite side, so I'm thinking this ratio is going to be smaller than the number we previously got. In any case, we can get the answer right off the calculator. Let's see, we were given something in degrees, so I really want to be in degree mode. Let me put myself back in degree mode here. And then I'm looking for the cotangent button, but I'm not finding it. I only see sine, cosine, and tangent. Well, there is no cotangent button. Now, you might see these little things in blue here with the negative ones. Those are called inverse trig functions. We'll talk about those in the future. Those are not going to help us right now. The reason that I don't need separate buttons for the other three trig functions is that, of course, they simply give the reciprocal values of the main three trig functions. So if I want to find cotangent of 70, I just need to find the reciprocal of tangent of 70. Well, you would type that in as follows. Think about how reciprocals work. The reciprocal of 5, 1 over 5. The reciprocal of 10, 1 over 10. If you want to know cotangent 70, type in 1 over, in other words, 1 divided by tangent of 70. I don't need the little degree symbol because I'm in degree mode. This value is cotangent of 70 degrees, 0.3640, rounded to 4 places. As we suspected, our ratio, our answer, is smaller than for sine 70 because the adjacent side is so much smaller than the opposite side. You can type in those other reciprocal functions in the same way. So for cosecant, just type 1 over sine. And for secant, just type 1 over cosine. You can always find the other 3 trig functions by using those reciprocal relationships. Thanks for watching.